Hello everyone, and thank you for watching. This is Hadrian. Let's play some more Total War Rome 2 in the Roman Ascension campaign. So it is the year, what year is it? 81 AD. It is summer. The Roman Republic has conquered much of the known world. Early on in the campaign, we completely took control of Britain very soon. I mean, it was pretty much, we went straight up and took Britain right away. We remained allied with Carthage for almost 200 years, which was fun, a nice alternate history. But recently, in what we're calling the First Lightning War, I ran in and just completely took them over. We had this territory here. All the rest of this was Carthage or the Lusitanians. And then there was, of course, Carthage down here, all in this area, until about right here. So this line was our territory with Carthage. Actually, this line right here, because we owned these two territories for a long time. But we moved up and very quickly took control from them as well. The Seleucids had been waging war against us over here for a good amount of time, and they then offered to be our client state. We took them up on their offer, and they decided to declare war on us while we were over fighting Carthage. So we came back with our armies and have been busily wiping out the Seleucids. The Seleucids no longer exist. We own their capital. That's right here. Servius Velius Fimbria is currently in Seleucia, and we're just making sure that we can wipe out the rest of the Persian. That's the light blue. And the Drangiana, those are the remaining factions of the Seleucid Empire, the remaining satrapies. And then there's these Bactrians up here. Now, I believe we're at war with them now. So if we look at our diplomatic mode, we are actually not at war with the Bactrians. Oh, that's right. We made peace with them and took some money. Kind of nefarious of us. But let's take a look at where we are otherwise. Monetarily, let's start with money. We're making a good amount per turn, but we had for a long time, we had a huge treasury, and we've completely spent it away because we've been doing so much expanding so quickly. That's okay, though, because, again, we're making a good amount every turn, so not the end of the world. And public orders continue to improve in some of the territories we've taken. Militarily, I have, as I mentioned, armies in Seleucia, an army getting ready to march on Gelonus. We're actually going to put this guy in fort mode because it's going to be winter there soon before that army can really march. This army here in Marib, this is, which army? Legio 6, it's right here. Legio 16 Macedonica. And then we have this army, Legio 5 Apollinaris, in Samandar. And one thing to point out really quick, whenever I'm zipping around the map like this, and you're like, oh my god, where's he going? Keep your eye here when I really start zipping around the map. It really kind of helps you see what area I'm looking at whenever I do this. One thing I realized about the Roman Ascension campaign, this was my first Let's Play, and I've been learning a lot of tricks while I've been doing this. And one thing I want to get a lot better at going forward is explaining stuff as I do it, and making sure that people of different walks of life, so to speak, could follow along. I really want this stuff ultimately to be appealing to just history buffs and people who are interested in the idea of alternate histories and tell an interesting story. So again, that's one of the things you can do since this is a game and you have to learn how to look at the screen. Whenever I zip around, just look at where this little indicator goes. See, it zipped all the way over here now because I'm scrolling through left to right, and when I went all the way to the right, it brought us here to Tingis. So we have this fleet, Classis 1 Missinensis in Tingis, holding it down here. Public order is actually decreasing here. That's not good. Let's see if we can go ahead and fix that. Well, I can't really. Interesting. I withdrew some armies from this area. Let's see what the reasons for their unhappiness are. So there's some provincial instability. Okay, that's going to go away. That's a result of the fact that they were recently conquered, but that will change. So I'm not particularly worried about that. That will go away. We have another fleet here in Iole. We have this fleet, Legio 13 Martia, and this army doesn't appear to have any orders. Let's fix that. We need to bring you out to, let's say, Hatra, ancient city of Hatra. Alright, we have a fleet, Classis 2 Concordialis and Macomedes. We have this army, that's actually the one we just gave an order to. We have a fleet in Tanais, Classis 3 Rodani. We have an army in Adumatu, which is on the Arabian Peninsula. And also, just south of them, we have an army in Yathrib, which is also, again, just south of them on the Arabian Peninsula. So now we have a couple of armies that are ready to take this last this last Persian city to the north, and then we're going to keep sweeping through very quickly. So I think, and politically, let's take a look at how things are. I don't think we can promote anybody. We checked that at the end of our last episode. Okay, so politically we can't promote anyone. Alright, let's go ahead and end the turn. Looks like we have some people with skills that need to be increased. Legio 1 Italica. Oh, yeah, that's right. They just had a costly battle for Gurha here. We're going to... +1 public order from military presence local province. That'll be a good thing for public order here. And Viturius Agricola is the name of this general. Let's see what house he belongs to. Okay, he's the newest general in the house of Junia. We are the house of Julia. So let's... I don't have really any choice but to give him something that's going to increase his gravitas, unfortunately. Alright, now... Oh wait, no, there's one more. I forgot. I thought I did them both. Oh yes! We have a guy here. Oh, excellent. Oh crap. I didn't mean to do that. Well... let's give him the Paragon ability. This makes his actions cheaper to do. And then also gives him an additional chance of critically succeeding, which basically just means he has a chance of doing better when he's in a fight. Right, now let's end the turn, and we'll let that army catch up with him next turn. Now we'll wait for a moment while all of our armies move across. Again, we're just generally moving armies very rapidly from west to east, because we've conquered the west and the map is almost complete. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, the Persian army is making a move on... What city is it? I can't tell what city it is, but it's not looking good, so we're going to go ahead and auto-resolve it. I really can't tell where they are. I hate that it doesn't make it more obvious. Battle deployment, Persia, your forces, one garrison army, and forces the stonecutter. Okay. Alright, well we're going to auto-resolve. Gabala. Okay. So this large Persian army decided that they were going to do a little bit more fighting. And they think they can take 2 cities from us, which is just so cute. Alright, Sextus Seleucus Cornutius, one of our veterans, just died. Oh, we've just achieved a cultural victory as well. We completely control the following 6 provinces, either by direct ownership or through client states and military allies. Italia, Egyptus, Hellas, Aquitania, Mesopotamia, and Syria. We achieved a military victory in one of the previous videos. So that was a nice change. Right. Let's see what we can do here. All right, this army can go ahead and take Mutashketa, however you pronounce that. Didn't even take a fight because they left it unprotected. And so we just marched right in and took it. We got some money, actually. That's handy. Alright, we'll go ahead and... They had it set up as a library city. We'll go with that. And let's produce some extra food. I'm needing food right now because the empire is growing rapidly. And we're going to upgrade the temple in Phasis over here to have a stronger Latin religion influence in this direction. That's the idea, anyway. So now, unfortunately, I can't make it all the way down to Gabala, even though I would like to. But I can come here, and that can kind of prevent any armies from coming up this way. Alright, so now we have a situation here. This army that just took Gurha is not really in condition to fight, but Legio II Antiqua right behind them is, and these guys are ripe for an ambush. So we're going to go ahead and auto-resolve this one, because we've seen plenty of ambushes in the Roman Ascension campaign. Oh, looks like that was the last of the Himyar. So we just finished off that faction. Alright, Gellus Fimbria, are you a member of my faction? No, you're not. Alright, that means if we can help it, we're going to give him... Yeah, we're going to give him something that's not going to increase his influence. I'm going to do something that hasn't necessarily helped in the past in this campaign, but I really am seeking every possible means to try and increase my family's influence. I'm going to... Well, no. What I was going to do is I was I talked myself out of it there. I was going to assassinate this guy from the other houses. But every single time I try to keep everyone out of the other houses, that's when the other houses seem to surge. And you can see now, this is the other houses. They control half the Senate. And I want to control more of the Senate so I can possibly increase the chance of a civil war and found the Roman Empire before this campaign concludes. But as of now, it's not really in the cards. So it looks like we can go ahead and take Susa. How is public order in Sherix? Yeah, it's good enough. So we're going to take yet another Persian city here. Mine. Alright. Sword to the face, and Susa belongs to the Romans. So we can't build anything there just yet. Seleucia, I'll go ahead and leave this army in Seleucia because public order still needs some help there. In Marib, public order is actually pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and march this army out of Marib. And they're going to march over here and be able to continue sweeping this direction. This should be a fairly quick march over the next couple of turns as public order continues to improve for some of these factions. I'm going to go ahead and move Legio 1 Italica to Sherix because they're no longer needed there in Gurha. And now we have this army down here. What? Oh, and okay. The veteran that passed away was the one that we just removed from the army. So no big deal. Let's go ahead and declare war on the Drangiana. We're going to take Mosgat right out from under their hands. So this is actually, it's not our first fight against the Drangiana, so I will auto-resolve this. The balanced stance. And Mosgat now belongs to the Romans. So again, very, very quick kind of charge across the world here. All right, public order, as I thought, is increasing in Tingis. That's very good. We're going to go ahead and improve. Actually, let's go through and look at some of the areas we've been conquering. I'm going to go, you can watch where the little spotlight is showing. I'm going to just scroll through really quickly and see if there's any opportunities. Oh, I actually don't have any money, so it wouldn't matter even if I could upgrade. Never mind. All right, so next objective will be to use these armies to knock out this Persian army. I currently have this guy in Samandar, but he needs to stay there because public order is crap in Ponto-Caspia. It's negative 68, so we need to keep them in that area. This is where they are, Samandar. If you look at the map here, I'll bring it up a little further. So we have some armies in this area. We need to wipe out those Persians before we can come down and finish off these guys down here, and then maybe sweep across and just take the Bactrians' territory very quickly, and then own the whole map, which would be cool. So let's go ahead and... Oh, I was going to say we didn't the turn, but it appears that Coedius Trio... Are you a member of my family? No, you're not. So, let's give him something that's not going to increase his influence as much. And let's end the turn. Armies once again marching slowly across the land. One thing I like about getting towards the end is that there have been so many factions taking their turns between every turn. I'm jinxing myself right now because the Drangiana are taking forever. But now it gets faster. It just gets better. This dishonorable enemy spy has poisoned the wells in your settlement. The garrison and people suffer as a result. So yeah, it's just... right. They secured a promotion for the guy from the other houses. That's annoying. Can I just assassinate him? I'm just gonna assassinate him. He's dead. Took one try. We can replace him with someone from the House of Junia, and I don't have to worry about anyone from the other houses being around anymore. Maybe that'll make a difference and help us have help push us towards civil war now and the foundation of the Roman Empire. That's the idea. So what I was saying a moment ago is that turns take forever in the mid-campaign because we have all these large factions. The little factions have been wiped out, and the large factions are generally, all thinking about their next move, and it can take a while, even though it's all computer controlled. So, all right, let's see. So Seleucia, Public order is looking good in Seleucia. I'm going to go ahead and move this army to Ecbatana.
Ready for battle.
This is Legio 1 Italica right here. Looks like I might be able to take Gore, so I'm going to do that right now with Legio 1 Italica. Ooh.
Let them cower before Rome.
Those chances are not quite good enough for a principal battle. Alright, Legio 1 Italica has leveled up. Excellent. So let's give them additional weapon damage for all melee units. Viturius Agricola, did I look you up? I think I did. No, he's not a member of my family, so we need to give him something that is not going to increase his influence. Let's make him a general. He already is a general, but we give him the general trait. And public order in Tingis is dropping again for some stupid reason. Not quite sure what's going on there, but also not worried about it. Alright, so in Raga, I need to keep that army there. Raga public order is at -76. This is in the province of Media Magna. Oh, that's why public order is bad. I haven't built anything in this area. Alright, that's fixed. Silly me. Yeah, I do have some building to do. I've been doing a lot of conquering, so I'm not necessarily paying the best attention. Let's scroll back through our armies and see who is in a position to do some more fighting. Where'd that army go? They're probably in Gabala. Yes, they are. And now they're going to die. Alright. So the Persians no longer have a presence of any kind up in this area, which is a nice change for me. I'm going to go ahead and dismantle some of the stuff that they were doing to Gabala. I don't even know what they were doing. But they were building some buildings that I have no experience with. Let's see. Mazgat. We can go ahead and move this army out, I think. I don't want to, though, because their army might try and come across and make my day worse. So let's go back through our armies real quick one more time. So we have this army here that is in prime position to march on Zadrakarta when it is time to do so. So we're just getting ready to push against the Bactrians, which will happen fairly soon. So here's where we are. Fantastic territory gains from the Roman Republic. The Persians no longer have any territory here. They have territory down here, but they were a mighty empire. They were kind of reaching up as the Seleucids waned after we took away much of their territory here. The Persians kind of filled the void, and they started conquering up this direction, taking over the Bactrians, but then we hit them hard. So now the only Middle Eastern factions left are, well, the Bactrians are technically Middle Eastern as well, but they're from this area more. So we're looking at the Persians and the Dragiana.
Commander, ready for battle.
Alright, so this fleet can be pulled out of Adumatu. Or I said fleet, this army. This army can be pulled out of Yathrib. Let's go ahead and move Legio to Antiqua. Alright. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut this episode here, and in the next episode we will continue to push, probably take over the Persians' territory and the Dragiana down here. As you can see, we have a lot of armies lined up on their border, so it won't take particularly long. Probably fight one or two of those battles just to have a nice cinematic feeling as we finish off these longtime enemies of the Roman Republic, and then hopefully we can also continue to gain influence now that we've assassinated the only member of the other houses. Worked for us in the beginning of the campaign. Maybe it'll work for us again. We'll see. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next episode.